Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. I am very happy to present AB 949, the Retail Theft Grant Program today, which offers essential support to small businesses and sole proprietors, which often shoulder the greatest loss from retail theft. Last year, I was on the Retail Theft Select Committee, which did a lot of work, and one of the things that I really learned as I convened businesses and chambers in my community is that there's a lot of resources and capacity that larger businesses have, but small businesses really are often left behind when it comes to the issue of retail theft. And we saw, we heard this when we heard from small businesses, some of these like small convenience stores that told me that they were getting things stolen up to 10 times a day. And, it's kind of this death by 1,000 cuts for these smaller businesses, and their choice is to call 911 and try to report it and wait for 45 minutes to put a report in, or help their next customer that's at the register. And so often it doesn't go reported. Often they're not able to really get support and redress that they need. And, we did a Retail Theft Select Committee hearing in our district that Assemblymember Zabur came into the district with us, or a convening really. And there were experts from law enforcement and small business community who really talked about simple things that you can do to really prevent retail theft, whether it's, the higher quality cameras where you can see people's faces and actually be able to catch folks based on that, or whether it is rearranging your checkout area so people can't just run out the door. And so simple things like this that could be just a few $1,000s of investment can actually make a huge difference for these businesses to prevent retail theft, to make sure that they're not having this kind of death by 1,000 cuts situation where some of them face having to close because they just can't absorb these costs, or they have to raise prices and all of us pay for that. So this bill really is working to address that for small businesses. It empowers the Office of the Small Business Advocate to address these challenges by providing grants to small businesses, and will aid in the prevention of retail theft. Specifically, AB 949 authorizes the Office of the Small Business Advocate to award grants to small businesses for security enhancements and to reduce retail theft risk. So I have Dr. Armand Aghakhanian here today, who is representing a number of small businesses and is a small business leader in my district.
Thank you, Assembly Member, Honorable Chair Salache, and distinguished members of the committee. My name is Dr. Armand Aghakhanian. I'm not only representing several businesses, I'm a former chamber president for the Armenian American Chamber of Commerce. We have with 3 chapters in different states, including California, representing over 1,000 members at one point. I'm also the founder of the only Center for Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Incubation for Women, Minorities, LGBTQI, formerly incarcerated, and veterans, and I'm also an appointee of the CAPIA board by the Speaker's Office. I can tell you that right now, introducing this bill and bringing this forward and getting support is very important. A lot of small businesses right now are recovering from the pandemic, and then on top of it right now, you see what's happening with the tariffs and everything else. So every dollar that they save means double or triple, and every dollar they lose, it's the same way. So a lot of the businesses don't have the capacity to even get this equipment. But if any of you ever had a small business, you'll also understand that it's difficult just to go and set it up, not knowing the technology as well. So I believe this is not only good for the businesses, it's good for the community, but also more than ever right now, when businesses are facing these challenges, this will help them. Because one little item that's stolen, it's gonna be much more expensive for them, as we're seeing what is happening right now with the devastation of small businesses right now. So I really ask you to support this, and I think this will also bring more education forward about new technology. I think there should be workshops that people should know about how the new technology works versus, people going out there and buying equipment they don't know how to do it. There's a whole industry out there even scamming people out of, equipment that they don't know how to operate. So please support this. You know, we always talk about small businesses being the backbone of our economy. More than ever, we need your support for something.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Armand. And, okay, there's a motion and a second. With that, we're going to go with Winston's first. Any other Winston support?
Thank you, Chair and members. Rachel Mueller on behalf of Cameo Network and Small Business Majority in strong support.
Thank you, Daryl Lucian and Strong of the LA Police Protective League in support.
Morning again. Sarah Polomu with California Retailers Association and strong support. Thank you.
Clifton Wilson on behalf of the City and County of San Francisco, as well as San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency, both in support. Thank you.
Okay, hearing and seeing no others in support, we'll call on the opposition. Are there any witnesses in the opposition? Okay, hearing and seeing none, let's bring it back to committee for any questions. Any questions from committee members? Okay, Vice Chair Castillo.
Thank you to the author for this bill. Assembly Bill 949 proposes establishing the Small Business Retail Theft Solution Grant Program within the Office of the Small Business Advocate. The program aims to assist small businesses in preventing and recovering from retail theft through grants. While the intention to support small businesses is commendable, there are concerns that AB 949 may not effectively address the root cause of crime in California, which in some cases is, of course, the soft on crime policies. So, because of that, I'm going to not be voting on this bill.
Okay, seeing any more questions from members? Okay, let's bring it back to the author and for closing comments.
As everyone knows, we don't solve every problem completely with every single bill that we do. Obviously, while you were not here last year, we actually did a lot in the area of retail theft to address a lot of the issues. That's why the California retailers will tell you that they were getting calls. California is a model for what we're doing to address retail theft, and other states were calling us to address that. And so I'm really proud of the work that we've done as a state to address retail theft, and proud that we've been a leader and really tackled this issue that was facing our communities and our businesses. As a small business owner, I know that, just a couple $1,000s can make a huge difference in you being able to make critical changes to protect your business. And this kind of support will help small businesses in our community, which I think is critical. And so I am requesting an aye vote. Thank you.